Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspiration Conspiracy Hub. I'm Andrea, and I will show you how to make a distress crackle background. Of course, I will not only show you the background, I will make a card of it as well. Um, I use very thick watercolor that can handle a lot of paint and water properly. Otherwise, when you have a very thin paper, that looks awful after a while. So I use several layers of paint on that paper. After every layer, I use this kitchen paper and the baby wipe, and I remove as much as I like. It's something you have to look in what you want it to look like, and you can go on and on with this. And I think I use 3 or 4 layers, and um, before I was happy. But as I said, you can go on and on with this process, and that's a good thing. When you don't like it, put another layer on. But I think that's the last one, and I will show you the result. That's how it looks at the moment. It's rough, and if I wouldn't put the crackle on top now, I would go on and distress it a bit lighter. Maybe a bit of white gesso on top, depends on. But I use this crackle paint, and it's not really paint, it's paste. It calls paint, but it's a paste, and put it on top of that green. And as you know, with the crackle paste, the thickness is important. It depends on how thick it is. When you have thicker layers, you have thick or bigger crackles, and with thinner layers, you have finer crackles. So after that dries, I use this art spray from Marabou. It's an acrylic spray. Spray it on and use a lot of water, really a lot of water. And I let it sink into the crackles for a while before I start to dab it off. I use this dry kitchen towel first and dab the paint off. Afterwards, I use a baby wipe again. So you can control that actually. The cracker paste is soft again after being treated with water. So you can now actually choose the areas you want to have it pulled off again with a baby wipe. I clean the surface from the black so that I only have the black in the crackles, and remove some of the crackle paste to have this distress look. And that's how I want to have it. Now that's a close up, and you can see that the crackles are really nice, defined. To save that, I put some acrylic binder on top. You can use any liquidy acrylic medium. I think that it doesn't flake, because this crackle paste tend to flake. So I use my big brush pit pen for the etching with a bit of water. And then I start with the stamping. This is a paper artsy stamp set. I really like it, but most of the times I use this bottles you can see on the bottom. And think about that. This background, it's anti-static body actually. So this background is very uneven, very thick. So to get an even impression, put the stamp on very firm and long. Let that Versamark ink soak in. And this is simple white embossing powder. I heat emboss it, and that's it. Very simple, because I didn't want to put some special embossing powder on top of that. I will paint over it anyway. I was after the texture. So I use different greens here. That's an olive green, and different greenish blue for shading. And on top of that, a bit of white again, because it got too dark for my taste again, and so on. And you can go on with that, of course, as long as you're happy with the result, or when you're unhappy, you can go on again. So that's very, very easy to do. I really like to work with this technique. It's very, very forgiving. So about the hop, I hope you enjoyed it so far. And to go on with the next video, after you watched my video, please go down into the description box and click on the very first link, and then you will see the next video. When you have gone through all the videos and you arrive back to the video you've started with, you can click on the list below the rotation list to watch the next hop group. So I hope you will do that. I know there are fantastic artists taking part in this. I'm absolutely looking forward to watch them all. Haven't seen them so far, of course not. And go for it, it's worth it, I think. Really fantastic artists taking part here. So that's so far about the hop. I'm going on here, and you can see me, of course, painting the flowers in. I put them down. It's very sketchy. There are, of course, no realistic flowers. I'm not able to paint or to draw realistic flowers, by the way, but yeah, know that. And this is actually a neon orange I use here, neon orange. You will see me doing the happy birthday words later in the same sort of color I wanted to have it. I wanted to pick up this neon orange. I'm going on with shading, as you can see, between the bottles and on the bottom, and I think it comes to an end soon. It's a bit fuzzy, isn't it? No, it's the best part. I really like to do all this shading. It comes to life, doesn't it? So really love this part. So a bit on the right side that it looks like a table it stands on, and that's it. Few sketchy lines around all the flowers and the bottles I've done before. I like to put sketchy, the loose lines around it. It gives it a much more open look. I don't know if I can say that. Difficult to explain in English, but might be that you know what I mean. So I mat this card on white first, on white cardstock, and the next is black, I think. Yeah, I mat it on a black one, glue it down. That's always my trick, without measuring, how to cut it nicely and have even edges around it. So this is the card base I put it on, and then it's finished. It's only the happy birthday I have to do, and I actually printed out with my label maker, and it is a solid happy birthday, and I go in with a marker. First I mat it on black, of course, that it matches with the card, and before I glue it down, I will go in with this marker. I will use a different one afterwards because that wasn't really the right color here. This one, it's much closer to that one in the flowers. So you will see a close-up, and we'll see all the other stuff I've done. I have done a lot of backgrounds and another card and another project. You will see after this. And I hope you like it. I thank you so much for watching and taking part in this hop. I hope I will see you with my next project, and I wish you a fantastic time. Enjoy the hop. Go on and watch them all. So thanks again. Bye, guys. You will see some pictures at the end, by the way. So see you then. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.